Erich against the missing link. And we all know that Kerry Von Erich will be here for the High Chief Peter Maivia Memorial against the half-breed Gino Hernandez.
And I'll tell you, that's going to be a match. You know, like I've watched some of the world-class wrestling feud that they've had in Texas, the Von Erichs with Gino Hernandez and Chris Adams, and it's gone on and on and on and on and on. And it's going to finally get settled right here in Honolulu. Kerry Von Erich against Gino Hernandez. No Chris Adams to interfere. No Kevin or Mike to interfere. Both men in the ring in the Neil Blaisdell Center. And what a crowd favorite Kerry Von Erich is. Every time he comes to Honolulu, the girls are lined up at the airport. They call every hotel in town. I mean, he is not only a good-looking wrestler, a good-looking athlete, he is the former NWA World Champion. He did defeat Ric Flair. Of course, Ric won the title back from him on a controversial decision in Japan, but he did hold that world title, and not too many men can say that in the world of professional wrestling.
No, they sure can't. And, of course, Kerry comes from a great wrestling family, his father and his brothers. And I'm wondering, Lars, you know they had a big hair match there in Texas at the Cotton Bowl where the losing tag team had to have their head shaved. I didn't see the match, but some of the fans have told me that Gino and Chris lost that match. Is he going to be bald-headed when he comes here at the Blaisdell or what?
I have no idea. I'd like to find out myself. I guess we'll both have to be there to find out. But I'll say this, if that happened, and I guess it did in Texas, they are definitely going to bring that one right here to Honolulu to the Neil Blaisdell Center. And Gino Hernandez, of course, you know, is best at backstabbing and jumping people. And, you know, like it could start in the aisles. It could start way before they get into the ring. It could start in the locker room. Those two, there's bad blood between the Von Erichs and, of course, Gino Hernandez. You know, Gino Hernandez drives around in that big Mercedes around Texas, his Corvette, you know, and shoots his mouth off about all the money and the pretty women and the suits he has. Kerry Von Erich will be waiting for him here at the Neil Blaisdell Center come the night of the memorial for the High Chief. I'll guarantee you that right now.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be one of the biggest cards ever here in Honolulu. Leo Maivia has done it again. Oh, a drop kick right into the chair, and the link went down. I don't know how she keeps bringing up these big matches. She gets them from everywhere. And the Blaisdell Arena, the roof is going to be raised off that building again, Lars, because the fans are going to fill this building up on that night. All these big championship matches, all these big matches, the ladies, the midgets, Andre the Giant, the big 20-man battle royal with $40,000. And, of course, I'm coming back into the squared circle for one reason and one reason only, to get even with the Russian. We'll hear more about that next week and see what happened, and I'll have my comments at that time.
I'll tell you one thing, Ripper, I wish you good luck, but I'll say something about a $40,000 battle royal, $40,000 to the winner. Anytime you get that kind of money on the line, $40,000. I mean, that's a lot of money for one night of wrestling. You're going to find some legs broken. You're going to see some strange alliances in there. You'll find out. You'll see teams like the Samoan Connection turn on each other. You know, the Polynesian Connection, Afi and Snuka. It's hard to say what could happen with $40,000 on the line. And I'll say this, with $40,000 up, Andre's going to have one heck of a time to win that battle royal. I'll guarantee you that.
Well, he's going to be the biggest man in there, but there's going to be a lot of other big ones in there. Sakaguchi and all those big stars from Japan, Kevin Sullivan, Maya Singh, the Soul Patrol, the Long Riders, the Texas Outlaws, the Superstar, Don Stevens. Snuka is going to be in there. Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
The list just goes on and on and on.
And King Jerry Lawler.
13 wrestlers. I mean, 13 matches, 38 wrestlers. I get sort of mixed up here, Ripper.
That's great, because I'll tell you, I'm excited about the card. Look out! 1, 2, 3. There it is. Kerry has won again. Over.
Very, very well. Garvin takes the back seat to No Man. Put Steve Offey's head into the turnbuckle. Steva did not feel it. Look at that. Headbutt, staggers, Garvin. Pushes him against the rope. That could be Bob Wire. Oh, that's right. That 6-man tag when he busted his head into that turnbuckle, or he thrown him into the rope. Can you imagine, Dunbar? That's going to be Bob Wire now. That's not going to be the ropes. There will be no rope.
just barbed wire.
Oh, that's going to be something to see. When Siva hurled Jimmy Garvin into the ropes just then, he could have been hurling Buck Robley into barbed wire.
Or Mark Lewin or Kevin
any
Sullivan.
of them. You know, the Angel isn't going to be able to help out her buddies in this event.
Leah's going to lock her in that cage at ringside, and I think all the Angel's going to be able to do is just scream and growl and scratch at those bars.
Look at that reverse toe hold with a surfboard. Siva, look at the hold, and can you imagine him doing that to Mark Lewin?
Oh, I'd love to see that. I'm going to tell you, this Siva often knows his wrestling. I'm telling you, the young Samoan, he's traveled worldwide, by the way. He's New Zealand, Australia, Manila, Canada, all over the USA.
Jimmy Garvin taking a quick move by raking the eyes, going after Siva Afi. Siva breaks the hold, comes back out of it. Nothing you can do. I'd hate to see what happened if someone were to get their eyes caught on that barbed wire.
Well, now, there you are. See, he's got his neck across that second rope.
And
now
that'll be barbed wire.
In the six-man tag, it's going to be barbed wire. It's not going to be ropes. The barbed wire it's going to be a very dangerous match. I think that's the reason that all the wrestlers and Liam Ivey agreed it wouldn't be shown on TV. The NWA would not sanction this match. And this is the last time you will ever see a match like this in Hawaii.
You know, Ripper, in your 20-odd years experience as a professional wrestler, have you ever been involved in a match of this sort with barbed wire instead of ropes?
I never had a barbed wire match in my life. I had a few cage matches, but never did I have anything to do with barbed wire.
I've never even seen a barbed wire
match. This is truly
match.
a first for me in the 20 years I was a professional wrestler.
Well, I had a chance to go out to a ranch here on the Big Island just the other day, and I took a look at some of the barbed wire out there. Those things are sharp.
They'll cut you to ribbons.
Oh, you see, where the cattle have moved against it like that, it's torn great pieces of cowhide off of them.
Right.
What is it going to do to these poor men in the ring?
Well, they agreed to it. Bruiser Brody, as they say, is the master of the barbed wire. Robley and Lewin and Sullivan, I think they stuck their foot in their mouth when they agreed to this kind of match, because Sifa Afi, King Kong Mosca, and Bruiser Brody, I'm telling you, brother, I wouldn't want to be in anybody's shoes with those three after me.
Jimmy Garvin on the offensive has Steve Afi in quite a predicament here, working on his man, pulling with that reverse chin lock. Steve Afi fighting the pain and the agony, but he's got that thick neck that he regularly bridges up on. He exercises, works out at the gym. But still, that's a lot of pain and pressure. Siva can take it, but boy, the barbed wire is nothing but a cutting, lacerating piece of metal.
We had Sifa out at Pearl Harbor at the gym the other day doing an interview with the Navy News, and Sifa was doing about 425 pounds on the bench, and those guys' eyes were like this because he just walked in, put the weight on it, and pressed it about 10 times, and they all just stood back and watched in amazement at this Samoan athlete. Sifa Afi is truly unusual.
22-inch biceps, strong, handsome, talented, agile. There just aren't words to describe Siva Afi. But he's going to need all of his skill and talent in this big barbed wire match, because what can you do if you're thrown into barbed wire? It's got to hurt. There's no way you can break, momentum on barbed wire.
Well, I've never seen him back down from anything yet. It's just like Lars Anderson. He's got the bad eye, and he's still going into that championship match. He could have got out of that match, Dunbar, but he said no. No one would have blamed him if he hadn't taken that match with Allen.
He's doing it for the honor of the Pacific Championship belt and for the people of Polynesia.
He's a great champion, but he's taking a great risk. This bad news, Allen, is one mean hombre, and we saw him earlier today. He just goes out to destroy.
I know. It's going to be something to see. All the matches that night, the night of Mosca's revenge, are just going to be incredible.
8 big matches. The Samoan Connection, the beautiful blonde, the dirty white boys.
Going to be there. And this man, too, Siva Afi.
The night of Mosca's revenge. This gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, he's a vicious character, too.
Yeah, look at him. Look at the pressure he's been putting on. He's had about 2 minutes in that reverse chinlock working on the neck of Siva Afi. Siva's been taking an awful lot of punishment.
You watch Siva, though. He's fixing to come out of this in a minute. Look at now. That could have been the barbed wire right there. That could be Sullivan or Robley. again, Siva. Give it to him, Brock. Give it to him.
Now Siva's got his sander up. He's ready to go. He picks up Garvin, gives him a big atomic drop. Garvin felt that one. Can't stay on his feet. Siva Offie going into the corner, coming back off, ready to put the boots to him.
That's going to be Robley and Sullivan and the Maniac begging for mercy, brother. Barbed wire, the top two ropes. Ooh, look, now that could be barbed wire that Siva climbed up on right there.
Comes up with a headbutt. Blocks the leg. It's a count of 1, 2, 3, and there's your winner. Siva.
Trying to turn away from the bounty hunter. Pacific heavyweight champion, Paul Kamaka from Honolulu, Hawaii. Kamaka in the corner. Down low, right on the bottom rope. The bounty hunter over the top of him. Trying to force him across that rope. Pressure applied to around the neck of Kamaka. Kamaka takes the bell and he's hit the bounty hunter with it. The bounty hunter goes down and Kamaka, as he comes up, Kamaka hits him with a heavy one, right to the forehead with the bell. The bounty hunter groggy. Kamaka could go in here, this match could be all over. The bounty hunter definitely groggy, but Kamaka also looks to be suffering from the previous onslaught of the bounty hunter. The bounty hunter flat on the canvas. Kamaka not content, didn't cover him, actually pulls him to his feet. And a karate kick. Now he comes in looking for the 1, 2, 3. No. Kamaka pulls the bounty hunter up off the floor, does not allow the count of 3. Looks as if he only wants to punish the bounty hunter. Throws his fingers into the throat, and the bounty hunter once again on the canvas. And a count of 1 only as Kamaka pulls him off the canvas. Bounty hunter, groggy, in trouble. Kamaka could win this match right now, but he's chose to carry it on, pulling the bounty hunter up onto his feet again for more punishment. And the bounty hunter goes through the ropes, and a kick from Kamaka sends him out onto the floor outside the ring. Bounty hunter outside. Kamaka has made a mistake here. Just to give the bounty hunter time to recover. Kamaka could have won the match. He had him groggy, had him near a fall. And here we have it here as the bounty hunter comes through. He hits Kamaka. Kamaka goes down. And this could be the turning point of the match. It looks as though the bounty hunter had a foreign object and he's put it back inside his tights. This is definitely illegal. Now looking for a pile driver. He picks Kamaka up and he takes him down for a heavy pile driver. Could be the end of the match. The bounty hunter covers Kamaka, both feet on the rope, and the referee giving a count of 3, and he will give the title and the match to the bounty hunter.